Hi, so today I want to talk about how to choose the best bra to wear for a boudoir portrait session. And firstly, I just want to say that the size of your chest is irrelevant to looking good in your photos. There is nothing about coming along to do this that depends on having big boobs or small boobs or no boobs or two boobs. So don't feel like there's some kind of ideal body shape that you ought to have, because there definitely isn't that at all. However, if there is just one thing that you need to have to wear, it's a well-fitting bra and knicker set. And I know that when I say this to women a lot of the time, their hearts sink a little bit as they think, oh my God, but that's the most exposed I could possibly be. Why are you doing this to me? And it is absolutely not because we want to show off bits of you that you want to keep covered. It's because we're after a bra doing the job that only a bra can do. So if you are in the happy position of having a chest that when you're lying down stays in place with everything still pointing upwards, then you really don't have to think all that much about the kind of bra that you want to bring along, beyond choosing a style and colour that you really like and making sure that whatever you bring along is well fitting. So the important thing is that the cups aren't too small and digging in places, or too big and leaving gaps anywhere. Some people can get away with bandeau styles and strapless styles, and these can look absolutely amazing. But if you need support, don't be tempted by a style that doesn't really offer any support, okay? If something looks completely gorgeous but isn't doing its job well, it's not going to work, so leave it behind and bring along something that works better. Colour-wise, go for something that's got really good contrast against your skin. And strong colours tend to look amazing. So you want to go for something strong. Teal can be really lovely, emerald green can work beautifully, really bright strong reds can work really well. Basically, if it looks like it could have been a Quality Street wrapper, those colours are going to work well. Black tends to be a good one as well and looks good against most skin colours. So colour-wise, just steer clear of kind of nudes and that kind of colour. If your chest is like mine and does not stay perfectly in place when you lie down and kind of drifts gently into your armpits, then you're going to need to put a little bit more thought into the kind of bra that you bring along to wear. And you might find there are bras that work excellently when you're standing, but when you lie down, they're not doing the job. And then it makes perfect sense to have different bras for different poses. So bring along a couple of different ones. If something looks good in the mirror, generally when you're trying it on, your chest is up where you want it to be, there's no gaping, there's no double boobage going on, then it's going to work okay for upright poses. So then you need to try it on and lie down and see whether everything is still pointing upwards. I would actually lie in a bed and then put your head back over the end of the bed or the side of the bed and see where your chest goes. Is it following your head over the edge of the bed? Does it need keeping in place? So, generally speaking, the bigger your chest or the more support you need, and those two things don't necessarily go hand in hand, then the more likely it is that a full cut bra is going to be your best friend for lying down images, okay? But they're not all going to do the job well. So moulded cut bras and bras that have got thicker fabric will often keep their own shape really, really well, but their shape isn't necessarily your shape. So they might not follow your form when you lie down, and they'll stay, pretty well constructed in the cup, but leave a gap if your chest has kind of drooped slightly or sunk slightly. So they can tend to not work quite as well as something that's got a thinner fabric. So something that's thinner with lace to it is much more likely to mould itself to your shape better. This moulded cup bra, also, it has 3 parts to the cup. So and for me, mine are all underwired, so I'm talking about anything inside the underwire. So it's got 2 pieces at the bottom and 1 at the top. And like I say, the thicker fabric just means it holds its own shape well, but it doesn't follow my shape, so it doesn't look good when I'm lying down. This bra here actually has more construction to it, so at the side it's got an extra piece, and that gives it more support at the side. So where I'm starting to kind of drift over to the side, it keeps everything in place a little bit more, and then it's got those same 2 bits at the bottom and 1 bit at the top. The lace at the top actually will follow the shape of my chest. Now my chest collapses at the top when I lie down, and this will follow the shape of that much more, so even if that's not giving me support, it's not looking empty, and that's really important. You just don't want that kind of gap. So have a good try on. Don't assume that just because something looks good when you're standing up that it's going to work when you're lying down. Try them both and just see what's working well, and go for whichever is doing the job the best, not necessarily the prettiest. These can be different things. If you have any questions at all about the best kind of bra to wear for a boudoir session, absolutely ask them in the comments, and I'll try to answer them. If there's loads, I'll answer them in a video. If there's just a few, I'll answer them directly in the comments, and make sure you know exactly what to bring. Thank you.